Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we're talking about my favourite year in heavy metal history. That's right, we're going to talk about a specific year which I think is the best, which I love the best, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you a couple of the albums from that year which I love. So before I get started, I want everyone to play at home. I want everyone watching to pop down your favourite metal year and why in the comments below, and I want any YouTube content creators, that's right, all you bastards in the Discord, Metal Trenches, Jamie Horsley, Bryce, everyone to do a video on the favourite metal year of all time and pick out your favourite albums from that year. So, let's get stuck in with my favourite year in heavy metal history, and it's probably a cliche kind of one, but I'm going to go with 1991. Now, as soon as I say that, you probably know why. I am a big black metal fan, but I also love death metal. And this is the year death metal's just had home run after home run after home goddamn run. If I list off all these fucking albums, we'll be here all day. But I'll pick out some of them so you can see what this year is the best for death metal and why it's one of my favourites of all time. So, let's get stuck in and let's talk about some of these albums. First off, Autopsy's Mental Funeral. My favourite Autopsy album, one of my favourite Death Doom albums of all time, and the band that kind of created Death Doom. I know. People are going to say it's pure death, but I hear doomy elements in these songs, especially on Severed Survival and Mental Funeral, and Mental seems to be my favourite, some of these songs, and I love the art, the kind of Thing amalgamation on the front cover. Beautiful, slow, chuggy riffs, eerie atmosphere, cavernous kind of death metal. Love it. Love the slow tempo of it. Mental Funeral, one of my favourite death metal albums of all time. And it came out in 1991. Also out in 1991 is my favourite Pestilence album, Testimony of the Ancients. When they went from, Consuming Impulse and stuff, sick death metal, amazing death metal, to this kind of proggy side of death metal. And this, there'll be another album that'll be like that soon. And this is just the best of it. I think the best of it. I got the shirt for this one. I love this album. I think it's one of the best. Fears is great as well. But for me, Testimony, always going to be the best Pestilence album. And it is just a spacey, cosmic death metal. Great time. Now let's talk about the band Death. Human was released in 1991. We're talking about transitioning from standard death metal to proggy death, and this is another great example. It's not my favourite. I do prefer Leprosy and Scream Bloody Gore and stuff, but it's still a 10 out of 10. Still one of my favourite albums of all time. So I've got to talk about Human, and it's most people's favourite. So I still love it to pieces. These songs are all fantastic as hell. Love Human to pieces, and it doesn't even stop there. We got The Rack by Asphyx. One of my favourite Asphyx albums. Again, death doomy as all hell. Slow, chugging, and Martin's vocals, holy fuck. Terrifying and unique as all hell. One of my favourite vocalists in death metal. This album stands the test of time, is still amazing today. Oh, what's that? You want more? Like an ever-flowing stream by Dismember. Melodic death metal at its goddamn finest. One of the best death metal bands from Sweden, and this just takes it to the next fucking level. God damn, it's juicy. God damn, it's tasty. Some of these melodies in here and the artwork. Oh my god, don't even get me started on the artwork. Let's move on to another fucking one. What else have we got this year? Oh yeah, Only Effigy of the Fucking Forgotten by Suffocation. Holy, another one of my favourite albums of all time. Oh, technical death metal, brutal death metal, whatever you want to call it. I know they influence slam and shit, but all I hear is great goddamn death metal. I don't hear little subgenres, I hear great music. And this has great music as hell. Holy shit. Pummeling as fuck. Crushing riffs. Amazing vocals. Everything I want in death metal. And more. And it doesn't even stop there. What is this? Arise by Sepultura? Whew. My mind has been blown. One of the best Sepultura albums. More like death kind of. Death thrash? Or just pure death metal, whatever you want to call it. Love it to pieces. Oh, there's more. War Master by Bolt Thrower. Come on, Cenotaph, that riff, this fucking album, Bolt Thrower, my favourite death metal band, of course. I'm going to talk about Bolt Thrower. Blessed Are the Sick by Morbid Angel? What? Death Shall Rise by Cancer? Necroticism by Carcass? Dawn of Possession by Immolation? Yeah, you get the picture. 1991 is a haven for death metal, and because of how many amazing albums came out this year, I've got to give 1991 the stamp for the best year in metal. I mean, everyone knows it's the best year in death metal, but if I look at other years in metal, there's not been anything as consistent as 1991. And it's not just death metal, it's also got some other great albums on, like Iced Earth's Night of the Storm Rider. How fucking amazing those riffs are. Yeah. This year in metal is fantastic, and it's easily my favourite year in heavy metal history. So again, I want everyone to comment what the favourite year in heavy metal history is. This was a hard one to narrow it down, because 1992, birth of black metal, is fucking fantastic as well. You got like 1994, there's a lot of great goddamn years, even 2000s. There's a lot of years in the 2000s where albums are just getting knocked out of the park. Amazing after amazing album. And we're going to do a new series. I'm going to do top 10s of each year, kind of like Bryce is doing. Steel. So it was very hard to narrow it down to a specific year, but 1991 is my favourite year in heavy metal history. So let me know down below what's your favourite year in heavy metal history. I want everyone to make video responses because it'll be fun to seeing everyone else's picks. You can pick 1991, you can talk about different things. It's totally cool with me. Pick whatever's your favourite, and it'll be fun to see your guys' videos, and it's fun to read all you guys' comments. So let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.